everyone. Welcome back to Creating with Christina. I am Christina Reese, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. I hope you're doing well. I hope you've had some time to get into your craft room to make something fun. Today I'm going to be demonstrating how to make this beautiful card. This is a thinking of you with a grateful heart, and it comes from our new stamp set, Falling for Leaves, and this will be released on September 5th, 2018. So really excited about that. Before we get started though, I would like to get acquainted. If you don't know, if you don't mind, share in the comments below who you are and where you are tuning in from. And of course, if it's your first time, drop me a number 1 in the comments below. I would love to warmly welcome you. By the way, I love all the comments you guys have been giving me. I read them all. I love them. I read them all. I love them all. Okay, for our first-time watchers though, who am I? I am the owner of Creating with Christina. I sell rubber stamping and scrapbook supplies. I create and teach how to create handmade cards and scrapbooks. I also work with people who would love to make a living doing what I do and craft a life they love. Okay, like I said, now for this fun card that we're going to be creating today. And like I said, it is from the Falling for Leaves stamp set. Pull these out of the way real quick. For this card, you are going to need the crushed curry ink and the mint Macaron ink. You are going to need some Cajan Craze cardstock and some Whisper White cardstock. Also, you are going to need a piece of the new, also released September 5th, designer series paper called Country Lane. I just for a minute want to show you the pieces that go with this, and some of it I've cut up so much that I don't have big examples of it anymore. For instance, this is a front and a back. This beautiful yellow crushed curry knit, and it has, I don't know if you can see these little floral clusters all over it with a white background. But like I said, I don't have any more of that. I've made so many cards with this paper. And this is the card paper that we're going to be using today, and on the back is this beautiful crushed curry simple design there. The paper pack also includes the Blackberry Bliss with polka dots, this mint Macaron with the cute milk, what are these things called? Oh, the old-timey milk jugs with a little floral display in it. On the back of, okay, and so that's a front and a back. Then the next piece, front and back, is this beautiful old-timey tin tiling that you can see in the old-timey buildings. This is Blackberry Bliss, and on the back is this beautiful cotton with this mint Macaron background. The next sheet, once again, this is a front and back. So this is the crushed curry background with cotton, and then this is a nice Blackberry Bliss, just graphic tone on tone. And finally, this beautiful wood grain paper, and on the back is this very nice with the crushed curry and Blackberry Bliss. It almost looks like shirting when if you are into creating with sewing projects. The inside of jackets and things, they use a shirting fabric, and that kind of looks like that. Anyways, it's just really pretty. And this is called Country Lane. This will all be available on September 5th in the new holiday catalog. Now, back to what, all the pieces here. So that's the paper you're going to need. You'll also need, of course, the stamp set, but also the thinlit dies. And look how cute these thinlit dies are. I want to show you this one right here, this beautiful border. You can never have enough border dies to create more layering. And then this one is an edging die, so like if you wanted the bottom of your card to have an edging instead of being flush with the back piece of your card. You could have this one a little bit further up. Anyways, really cute, neat ideas you can do with these thinlits here. All right, so let me put those out of the way and let's make this card. All right, first of all, we want to create our card base. Our card base is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So just fold that there. Okay, and get my bone folder to make a nice crease. And there we go. So that's our card base. Next, we want to put on our background layer. And like I said, I'm using, this is mint Macaron, cute little Cajan Craze pumpkin, a little white pumpkin. This is old olive, shades of old olive, little leaves there. So really sweet background paper. And let me get my tape runner and quickly put that on there. And like I said, see the back is this beautiful crushed curry. Try to get that as even as possible. There we go. All right, so that is our background. Now, the next piece is a Whisper White strip, and this strip is cut at 2 inches by 5 1/4 inches. So it does not go all the way across, it just goes across the DSP, and we're going to center that. This is the stamp that comes in the Falling for Leaves, the Thinking of You with a Grateful Heart sentiment, and I just stamped that in crushed curry. And we'll put that, we're just going to center that right there. Okay. All right. Next, we want to cut out our leaf here. Now, I did a couple of examples of what you can do with this leaf. There's so many fun things. So, first of all, the stamp itself, do you see the stamp there? There we go. And I just stamped that on crushed curry, so that would look really cute there. I also did it in Blackberry Bliss, but I don't have Blackberry Bliss on this background paper. I was using that on another card I'll show you in just a minute. But here is something really cool that you could do. So you can use our embossing mat on the Big Shot, and instead of cutting out the shape, so this is what it looks like when you cut it out, but you could just emboss it. And I did this on copper paper. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. So there's all kinds of fun ways you can make this leaf. I am just making it, however, with a solid background and the cutout, and I'm just going to attach those together. So let me show you how I do that without making a huge mess. So I have what we call a silicone mat here, and basically it's just a rubber mat, and adhesive does not stick to it. So I'm going to turn my leaf upside down, and ooh, I am almost out of tape runner here. Let's see if I can do this one leaf. And I'm just running the tape gently on there, not to tear anything. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to stick it to the silicone mat, and I'm going to rub and get all of that adhesive that's showing through the little detailed cutouts, and just rub that off. And so you don't see any more of the adhesive, and it doesn't stick to the silicone mat. It will stick to your paper now. So that is a very easy way to put adhesive on the back of a very detailed cutout. Love that. Okay, now the next thing I want is an extra little leaf. And so this one, if you can see on the stamp set, I stamped here with that, and then I cut it out with that. And I created this little leaf, and I did this in mint Macaron, and I'm just going to put that right there. I'm going to use some liquid glue to stick that on there. Hold on, back up. There we go. Or you could use a glue dot, or you could even use the tape runner, a little bit of tape runner too. Anything works. I just like the glue. It's fast, quick. And there it is. All right, it's on there. And the last thing I want to do This ribbon is from our tea, what is it? The tea room ribbon. And it comes in 2 different colors. It has Coastal Cabana with the copper trim, and it has this very vanilla with the copper trim. And I just made a simple little bow here, and I am going to use a glue dot to get that on there. And the way I do that, oh, also another little trick if you have glue dots is to tie, whoops, it looks like that's coming undone, is to tie a little piece of string around it and then just pull it back, and as you pull it back, it reveals the next glue dot. And I'm just going to put my ribbon right on that dot, like that. And then just stick it here on our leaf. There. Isn't that cute? So sweet. All right, last but not least, we are going to, of course, put this on here, but we want a little dimension, so let's get out our Stampin' Dimensionals and just put a couple on the back here. Whoops. Okay, get off of there. There we go. And just at a little cute angle, and voila. So see how fast and simple that little thank you card was? Or it doesn't have to be a thank you card. It can just be a thinking of you card. It can be a Thanksgiving card. All kinds of great ways to use this card. Now, I wanted to show you some other variations of the way I made this. This one is made with the Blackberry Bliss card base. And pretty much the same thing. However, I used this leaf stamp instead. And of course, I used Old Olive to match the background paper. So that is another example of how to make it. Here's one with the crushed curry in the background. So here's the same background paper, pretty much the same card, but one's made with crushed curry background and one's made with the Cajan Craze. So that's a couple of other ways. And finally, here's a green one. Now, I've done a blog post on this. This was a color challenge where we used the new Call Me Clover, excuse me, Call Me Clover green, mint macaron green, and crushed curry yellow. And so I created that card with those colors. I hope you guys enjoyed today's card, and that when this is released, you will be able to get it September 5th in the new holiday catalog. If you do not have a holiday catalog, if you're not my customer yet, all my customers, I've already put you on the mailing list and you'll be getting a catalog. However, if you're not one of my customers right now, I would love to have you as a customer. Just send me an email at Christina@creatingwithchristina.com, and I will get you a hard copy of that catalog right away, and you can make these beautiful cards yourself. Thank you again for watching, and we will talk at you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.